This is the question that comes up every single time. In fact, I can guarantee that in a interview situation, it will come up. So what is the exit statement? The exit statement is what you say when you're asked, why are you in transition? Or why did you leave your last job? Right? Has anyone had that question asked of them yet? Yes? Yeah? Okay. All right, so I'm going to talk about 3 things that you should definitely have, that you should definitely have prepared and you should be thinking about in terms of your exit statement. And, I don't know, a couple of things about what you might not want to have. So, number one of 3 things that you have to have in your exit statement. Number 1, you have to have one. You have to have an exit statement, number 1. Number 2, you have to know and be ready to speak your exit statement immediately after you're asked for it. So you have to have it, you have to be ready to give it. And number 3, position it in a way that's not negative to you. So those are my 3 tips around an exit statement. So let's talk about how that really works in practice. And I can give you a real example. I was asked to help someone who was in transition. They were given my phone number. I said, fine, no problem. Give me a call. Answered the phone. Hello. This person stated some opening stuff. And I asked them, well, why are you in transition? And the answer that I got was, well, where I was at X company, and I was there for some number of years, a new boss came in, and we just didn't get along at all. I had, really just no respect for this person, and this person came in and just ran the department a totally different way, and we just didn't see eye to eye. And and I was surprised. I was laid off. So what do you think about that as an exit statement? Yeah, that one's on the negative side. And so that was really the gist of my conversation. I said, you might want to consider revising your exit statement. Okay, so you got laid off. Okay, let's craft your exit statement around that. The company, decided to take a different direction, and and I was laid off. If it was a mass layoff, if your whole department was laid off, or if several people were laid off at the same time, I'd recommend saying that. But say something like that, and it has to be truthful too. I mean, granted, if you were fired for performance or something like that, that's a whole nother issue. And I'm not saying that you lie about that, but you will definitely have a harder time crafting a positive message around that. And certainly folks can find out about that if you're going for a job and they do check through your references. So, but let's just talk about the general cases. That's for most people, that's what it's all about. So back to the 3 points. Have an exit statement, be ready to talk about it, and put a positive spin on it. So that's what it's all about. And maybe a 4th point, make it short. You don't have to explain your life history. You don't have to explain how you were there for 20 years and then this happened and the company changed and whatever. It's kind of the exit statement is kind of a necessary thing that you have to talk about, but you don't want to dwell on it. So something like the company it was tough times in the end of 2008. The company had financial difficulties, and cost cuts were put in place, and I was laid off. Now, be ready to answer questions if someone wants to probe deeper, but usually that doesn't happen. So, nice, crisp exit statement. Practice it if it doesn't flow smoothly, because you don't want to hesitate. You don't want to have to think up something. They're wondering, well, what are they They're figuring out how best to say this, because it is what it is. I got laid off. Now I have an opportunity to move into something that I'm really excited about. This position that I saw open seems to fit me perfectly. I'm really excited. Put a positive on the end of it. So that's the exit statement. Number one thing to have in your toolkit.